And what year is Norbit?
He's a 79.
1979.
That was an 80.
Whew.
There's only 1 year difference.
1 year difference between Velma and Norbit. I love Norbit. So hey everyone, and welcome again to another video. I hope you enjoyed our last video when we were at Volksfling, first festival that we've been to of the year. We had an absolutely fantastic time, and we're going to be going to Mighty Dub Fest in a couple of weeks' time as well, so we'll be taking you along for that one. So we went to Mighty Dub Fest last year as well, had a fantastic time. There was a little bit of controversy between myself as well, thinking that, you know, it wasn't really a Volkswagen show because there wasn't that many Volkswagens when I was there last time. But I've been advised it was because I was parked in the wrong area. Now, last time we were there, we were parked in the electric area for electric hookup, which, to tell you the truth, there was a lot of vans there, but there weren't a lot of Volkswagens there. But I've been told that if I go into the main area and park, that is where the party really is, and that is where all the Volkswagens are as well, and all the off-gridders. So this year we're going to be going there. That is going to be in our next video, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed as well so you don't miss out on that. So for those of you that have been following us for a little while, you know that I'm kind of new to the lithium. I only just added the lithium about maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I added 280 amp hours of lithium, and the first test that we really had of that was when we were at Volksfling. We were using the induction hob that we've got in here, the Sterling Power induction hob. We were using the air fryer, we were using the lights, we had the fridge on full time. I could monitor it all through my Bluetooth. I was so happy. I wasn't worried about using the batteries. I wasn't worried about even missing power or anything like that. So I can honestly say that I am now a true believer in the lithium. I honestly don't know how I survived without lithium, to tell you the truth. Previously, I do remember how I did it. Before I had the lithium, I was constantly, at night before we went to bed, I was turning off the fridges, I was making sure all the lights were off, I was starting the van to start the DC to DC charger to make sure that the battery was always charged. There was no way for me to monitor it. Now, I just chill. We go to the campsites, we go to festivals, we're off grid, we go camping. I'm just chilling. No need to worry. I just open my app, have a look and see everything's looking great. And the reason I'm talking all about this just now is because my friend Gary, who is also my mechanic, who also in my last video came and saved the day by welding up all the sills on the side of Hamish, he has got a Volkswagen T25 that you probably would have seen in the last Mighty Dub Fest video. We convoyed down together. So Gary is still currently building that Volkswagen T25, and he's now got to the point where he is going to be starting the electrical side of things. He's never really used solar, he's never really used lithium, he's always just had the leisure battery hooked up to like a split charge system, and that keeps him going. After seeing my setup, he decided that he needs to go lithium, he wants to go solar, he wants to do all of these things. So obviously, I want to help him out. Gary really came through for us when we needed him to do the welding and other little things that we needed done with the van. So I think it's about time that we give back to him a little bit. So when DC House reached out and asked us if we would like to try out one of their lithium batteries, I jumped on it straight away. I thought that is going to be perfect for Gary. So this is what they've sent us. This is the 12.8 volt, 150 amp hour lithium iron phosphate, or Lifepo4 as you guys know it, lithium battery. Now what makes this battery different than any of the other batteries? Let me show you. So this battery has the standard features as any other lithium battery as well. You know, it has really high life cycles. This one will have up to 10 years or 15,000 life cycles. It has the standard connectors, which are your positive and your negative. Keeps everything simple. It has the built-in Bluetooth, as you can see through the Bluetooth app. So along with the Bluetooth, it also has one other feature which I really like, which I don't think a lot of these have, and that is this. It has a state of charge indicator panel on the top here. So if for whatever reason your battery, your phone battery dies and you can't get onto the Bluetooth, click one button there. This tells you exactly the state of your battery. So how much capacity is in it, if there's any faults, if it's charging, if it's got high temp, and if it's got a BMS fault. That, to me, is really, really handy to have. Sometimes I don't have my phone on me. I'm just sitting at the back of the van. I just want to check what's happening. Click the button, tells me exactly what's happening with this battery. So obviously it has the low temperature cutoff, it has the built-in BMS system, the battery management system, which controls everything, which means that if it's getting too hot, it will cut off. If it's getting too low, it will cut off. If it needs a little bit of charge, it will turn on and charge and maintain itself as it's going. Everything that you need in a battery. And the Bluetooth system itself is absolutely fantastic. So once you download the app, really simple to set everything up. You go in there, first page, it shows you your battery level, if it's charging, how many amp hours you've got, and how long you'll have left in that battery. It actually tells you in hours how many hours you'll have left. In the data page here, you'll be able to see cell by cell what exactly is going on with the battery. Anything that's going on with the BMS system is in here. And then if there are any warnings or anything, they will come up in here, any error messages, anything. And the main page is where you'll probably always be, shows you what's coming in, what's going out, what the state of your battery is, how many hours you've got left. Really, really good system. So as you can see, using the app is simple. It tells you every single thing that you need to do from there. It tells you when it's charging, it tells you when it's discharging, it tells you how many amp hours you've got left, how many hours of usage you've got in it, everything. It makes life simple. You can just sit back, relax, and let your battery do the work for you. So the link to the page for this battery, I've linked it in the description below. I'm also going to link the DC House website link below as well, because if you go onto their website, whether in the UK, US, or some other countries as well there's a load and load of variety of stuff you can use on there. So I think that this battery is going to be absolutely perfect for Gary's camper van. I can't wait to get it over to him and get it installed. So I know 150 amp hours doesn't sound like a lot, but I've got 280 in this van, and we used that for the entire weekend. I think the lowest we ever got on it was around 45%, and we were air frying, we were cooking on the induction stove, we had the fridge on constantly. I had, well, if you saw the last video, I had 4 teenage girls charging their iPads, charging their phones, using hair dryers, pumping up, oh god, what are they called? Pumping up airbeds, the lot, you know, and we never dropped a single bit. And I've only got 400 watts of solar on my van. We never dropped below, and it was bad weather as well, so the weather wasn't great for charging it either. So I think 150 amp hours for Gary and his missus in their little camper van will be more than sufficient. If it's not, then DC House have other options available for them as well. So they'll be able to go on the website and possibly upgrade. Or the other best thing about this is you can put 4 of them in parallel. This will accept, the BMS system will accept up to 4 in parallel. So they could just go and buy another one, bump it up to 300 amp hours, or another 2 and bump it up to 600. And I think that would be a lot. So as you can see from the window here, the weather isn't much better at the moment, so I'm unable to take this down to Gary at the moment to get it installed, but I'm going to wait for a better day this week when the weather's a little bit better, and then we will go down and we're going to install this into Gary's camper van. He hasn't ordered all the solar panels and everything yet for that, but he's got a leisure battery in there, so I think we can utilise this in the meantime, and we can get that plugged in so that he can start using it, because he's coming to Mighty Dub Fest as well. Possibly he'll have some solar there before then, but if not, at least he's got the split charge system that should be able to keep him going and using it while he is at Mighty Dub Fest. We've also got a few things that we need to do to the van. While we were at Volksfling, we realised that we had a leak that was coming through somewhere in the ceiling. So it was coming through here, but I don't know. See, just about there is where it was coming from. but I don't know if it started at the back and then was rolling forward, or it was there and it was rolling this way. But what I've done is I've gone and bought some of, is it Gorilla Glue weatherproof rubber paint, and I'm going to cover the entire roof of the van in this. So if there's any little holes, any little pinholes, anything where the heavy rain can sit and then find its way in, we're going to cover them. We're going to make sure it's completely watertight. I also noticed a couple of little bubbles and things in the paint, so I'm going to rub them down, give them a touch up, just so we're nice and fresh before we go to Mighty Dub Fest. I don't think there's any rust or anything behind it. I think it may have been from the previous Raptor paint job that I had done originally, which the guy did an absolute terrible job. I'll put some pictures up here so you guys just to see the terrible job that he did, and ended up having to go and pay another body shop guy to remove the Raptor. There were some parts where it didn't come off, so we thought that should be fine because we did the bottom part in Raptor anyway. So we thought we'd just leave it, but it may be that one just didn't sit properly. And now, after 2 years, it's starting to come off. So we're going to rub that down, get that sorted as well. Make Hamish look all nice again before we go down to Mighty Dub Fest. So this video is going to be a bit all over the place. Before we go down to Gary, I might get the paint done, I might get the roof done. I don't know. We'll see how the weather comes up and how the time goes. If the weather's not great until next weekend, then it'll be next weekend before we get down to Gary. But it might be good enough in the afternoons when I get home to get some of the paint done. But I'll take you guys along. So stick with it. Stick with the video. I promise. It'll all make sense in the end.
One eternity later.
So that's it. Almost a week later, we finally got some decent weather. So it's Sunday. I'm heading down to Gary just now to drop off his battery. I've got the battery in the boot, ready to go. We're going to go down to Gary. Obviously he doesn't have solar panels or anything on his van. All he's got is a split charge system. So we're going to put the battery in and see if it works with the split charge system he's got in there. It may be, because it is Lifepo4, that it will need a separate one. A split charge system that actually works for lithium. Maybe, maybe not. I'm edging to the point that it probably will. But we're going to give it a go anyway, because we're off to Mighty Dub Fest next weekend. So we're only a week away from Mighty Dub Fest. So it would be nice for him if he had, I don't know, the lithium battery there to actually use that while he's at Mighty Dub Fest, rather than just his little AGM battery that he's got. We'll give it a go. Let's get there. Let's find out what we're doing. So we've made it up to Gary. We have, let me show you the van first of all. So this is the van I was showing you guys before. We went down to Mighty Dub Fest in it. Well, Gary went down to Mighty Dub Fest in it last year. And he's coming this year as well to Mighty Dub Fest. Let me show you the setup he's got in here. So he has the normal battery underneath the driver's seat and a leisure battery underneath the passenger seat. Unfortunately, the DC house does not fit in this little spot, but that's fine, because when Gary gets all of his lithium, solar panels, lithium chargers, all that, inverters, all that kind of stuff, that's going to be going underneath the seat here in the back. So we wanted to just get him something running for Mighty Dub Fest, but unfortunately it doesn't fit. And also Gary has a pretty old school a very pretty old school split charge system. Yeah, it's a pretty old school split charge system, which the Lifepo4 just doesn't like. It doesn't want to charge off of it. I'm not saying I'm surprised, most Lifepo4s are like that. Other brands that I've used as well is exactly the same thing. So we're going to be looking on DC House website, see what we can get, see if we can get some split charge systems on there, solar, whatever they're doing on there. We're going to have a look down in the description below for their website. But let me show you around some of Gary's vans. These look awesome.
That works.
So I've known Gary for a few years now, and he's always been him and his dad have always been a bit of a Volkswagen nut. So before I show you this T25, isn't it?
That's T25.
T25. Let me show you Norbit. And what's Norbit? T22?
It's a T2.
Let me show you Norbit. Norbit is a T2. So have a look at this. And what year is Norbit?
He's a 79.
1979.
That was an 80.
Whew.
And only 1 year difference. between
1
the
year
two.
difference between Velma and Norbit. I love Norbit. And Norbit has
He's
seen
a bit of a shade at the moment.
Norbit has seen better days. But Norbert's been to Volksfling how many times over the years?
Side there.
Let's have a look.
Well, we're getting that one 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, that's just
Fanfest in 2010.
wow.
Mighty Big Bang in 2011. Yeah, I've been all over the place with this old bus.
And I take it you are going to be restoring
Oh yeah, I'll
Norbit.
get there. Get the engine for it eventually.
So it needs an engine, a little more bit.
And yeah, so
Fanfest, Volksfling, 2013, 16, 15. Amsterdam. Has it been run to Amsterdam, has it?
Guys,
Can she remember it? Or can he remember it? Is Norbit a boy or a girl?
oh, it's a boy.
It's a boy. Glass windows.
Glass louver windows.
Awesome.
And a lot of shit.
But these things just continue to go up in value. It doesn't matter the state of them.
Underneath, it's just.
Oh, it's got a pop top as well.
Yeah, it's got a pop top as well.
It's pretty cool. And what is this?
It's a Daihatsu Hijet.
A Daihatsu Hijet
Yeah.
mini camper.
Yep. Which is also used as a shed.
It's I think they're called projects in progress. That is what they're called. Projects in progress. Now this drives, I remember Gary picked me up in this to take me down to go and pick up my car from Manchester, and we went down the M6 in this thing. I think the most it ever did was about 50 miles per hour. So that was with two big guys in it, obviously. So a 4.5 hour trip took us nearly 6.5, 7 hours to get there.
But it got there and it got back.
It got there, got back, and I felt a bit bad because once I picked up my car from Manchester, I kind of hit 60, 70 miles per hour on the motorway and left Gary in the Daihatsu. And then you got stuck in traffic, didn't you?
All road the way back up to my place was shut, so I had to do a 25-mile detour.
25-mile detour. I was home having my dinner at that time, but aye, it's alright. And then finally Velma. How long have you had Velma?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
And what's this? What's the Devon? Is that the
That's
style?
the original conversion.
So the original conversion.
It's done by Devon. That Norbit's a Devon as well.
Right. Okay.
So it's a company that bought over vans from Volkswagen and officially converted them.
Right.
So
Okay.
Devon's the conversion maker.
And this is the one that you're working on at the moment.
Yeah,
It's
that's the one I want to get finished.
Volkswagen GTR door cards. The Volkswagen GTR style seats. I love that tartan on it. It's awesome. And this drives. You've been at Volkswagen, Mighty Dub Fest, and again this year as well. It's amazing. You gotta love these old. And you can sleep up there.
Yeah, you can sleep up there.
Alright.
So that bit there folds back over to there and it makes a big double bed. On the
Nice.
top.
And they got the fan on the side. I love it.
That's quite a lot of
Love it,
space.
love it, love it. So this is one that Gary has been working on for a while. This is going to be the one that's going to be coming to Mighty Dub Fest with us. He's going to be getting all of the electrical side of stuff just after Mighty Dub Fest, and we'll probably see this van in another video as well, where I'm going to help Gary hook up all the electrics and everything in it, and we'll get the DC house battery installed as well. Amazing. And a good, great, fantastic backdrop to it as well. What a place to work on vans.
Yeah, and you can sit in your little hot tub and just peruse
It's
all your surroundings.
I wouldn't even move in it, I'd just build it and then just live in the van. You're already out camping. Fantastic. So there we go, battery's been delivered to Gary. I wish we could have got it hooked up, but you know, the T25 just a little bit old. We are going to be doing a full upgrade on that system, so watch out for the next videos on that one, when we're going to be upgrading the full electrical system, that T25. We can get solar panels on there, inverters, the lot. We're going to bring it right into the 20th century. It's a beautiful big van. It's a classic, you know, and like Gary was saying there, it's not perfect. It's got rust, it's got scratches and things like that, but that's because he uses it. He uses it all the time for camping. He's not precious of it. If something goes wrong with it, he fixes it. If you see these ones that are all done up and beautiful, yes, they're going to last forever, but not a lot of the time. They don't always get used as what they were intended to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. Really helps us out and helps the channel out. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.
Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear, our feet in the water, top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron.